Hello, Paramvir. How are
Hi,
you?
Poonam, how are you? I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well too. Thank you. Thank you for making time for us. It's been a long time.
Sure, it has been, definitely. Almost 3 years.
Congratulations. Yeah. Congratulations on graduating from Kelley MBA part-time program.
Thank you. Thanks for all the help. I really appreciate. I think I wouldn't be able to get in without your help. That's for sure.
It was a pleasure
Uh,
assisting you with your application. And
sure,
again, I appreciate you accepting my request and coming for the interview to explain your experiences, to share your experiences. Uh,
definitely.
would you introduce yourself to our
Sure.
viewers?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Paramvir Sawhney. I'm a senior staff engineer currently at Stryker Corp. Most of my experience has been in medical devices. Prior to this, I had just graduated with my MBA from Kelley Business School last year. And prior to that, I've been in various senior engineer and project management positions in medical devices over the years. I've
Mhm.
got a master's in biomedical engineering, and my undergrad has been in biotechnology. And uh, privately, I'm also a private pilot as a hobbyist.
Interesting. It has been a year since you graduated. Are you happy with how your career has shaped up post MBA? How did Kelley MBA help you with your goals, short term goals?
Sure. Yeah, I can definitely say that Kelley part-time MBA prepared me exactly for the short-term goals that I was looking for. It not only prepared me for by giving hard skills and the knowledge that I would need to actually navigate the business and the corporate landscape. It also helped me develop soft skills and also become a better negotiator. And as we all know that as one rises through the corporate ladder, soft skills become much more important than hard and technical skills. And at that aspect, Kelley has helped me become a better leader and a better speaker, which helped me actually land a new job after I graduated. So I'm really happy with the program.
Good to know that. What is your favorite thing about the program?
I think so. The best thing I really liked about Kelley Business School was that it was a part-time program. It was a combination of a hybrid online and on-campus hybrid program. And since I was also working full-time during that time, it gave me a flexibility to attend classes in the evening and also work on, you know, completing my assignments during the weekends. So that was a great part of the program. And also being a part-time program, it gave me a flexibility to apply what I learned in the class in the evening the next day at my job. So it was almost like, you're you're having an experiential learning during that program. So those were the part of the programs that really appealed to me, and I'm glad that I was able to apply what I learned and have a practice that ways.
Great. So this was a hybrid program, a combination of online and in-person learning.
Yeah,
How does this work? I'm curious to know.
sure. Yeah, so the way it works is it's like every week you're on campus twice, 2 times in the evening, and then 2 times it's online. So a total of four times a week. And then depending upon the courses, the professors try to balance by having a half of the course online and then the other half on campus for the face-to-face interaction. So it's really a kind of a 50-50 mix per se for each course. And then if you're having multiple courses, it also there are also weekend events, and corporate weekend events that are separate from your core curriculum,
Okay.
essentially. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of how it's designed.
Okay. Good. What did you wish you had known before you started?
I think I really would have wished that I had a better time management skills while I was entering this program. Um, just having a full-time job and working about 40 to 60 hours, and on top of it going to school, it really becomes a full plate pretty quickly. And if you're not good at time management, then um, you really have a shocker as you get into the program, because these programs are really condensed and they're very fast paced, and people are that you meet in your cohort are very ambitious, so you really have to bring your A game right from the day one. And time management is one of the biggest skills that you would learn in MBA, because you have your professional life, then you have your school life, and then you also have somewhat a little bit of your social life. So that was one skill that I had wished that I had developed really out of the gate. But apart from that, I learned quickly, and then I did course correction, and I was all right as I went through the program. The other thing I think what you develop being in a professional program is the habit of saying no, because it helps you prioritize things in your life. And if you are not able to say no, then things that matter can just fall off. So it helps you prioritize your life, and it also gives you a better time management skills. So those are the things that are like the biggest things from a soft skill that one learns in a program.
So this is the advice you have for the incoming students who would aim for Kelley part-time MBA, to how to maintain
Yeah, I think
life school balance?
yeah, I think like you have to really come with an expectation. You have to temper your expectation. The expectations are that you really wouldn't have your social life for the duration of the program that you're in. It's just because the nature of the workload of the program, and then if you're also doing full-time job, then it doesn't really leaves you much time. So have the right expectations, make sure you have time management skills, and also make sure that you have an open mind uh, to prioritize what is important in your life.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think you
so,
learn
so
with
the,
time.
oh yeah, definitely, that's another thing that what an MBA prepares for you is that you're never prepared for everything. Opportunities are going to come your way. You just have to have a belief in yourself and
Right.
just jump, and then you just learn from your failures, and things would fall into place. And
Right.
that's the confidence you need to have.
That's right.
Yeah.
So as a part-time student, how often did you get opportunities to participate in any extracurricular activities like student clubs or organizations? Were there any opportunities for you were able to avail?
Sure. Yeah, so that's an interesting thing that people think as a part-time program. If you're in part-time program, there's not much opportunities to socialize, but that's not true actually. It depends upon an individual how much he wants to get involved with the opportunities. And it's kind of a part of also developing a professional network. Like obviously, as I said, prioritizing things there is what you would be challenged with, right? So like I can give you an example for myself. Like every other week, on Wednesday nights we had class, and then after class there were trivia nights, or also like social activities for clubs, various clubs. Now some people decide not to go, but if you want to do that, those opportunities are there.
Okay.
There were also, when I was part of a venture club, which had events every Thursday during lunch. So, I had to compromise. I had to have a flexible schedule at work, but I was able to attend those events for Venture Club. And
Mhm.
that gave me an opportunity to develop a professional network, which is another thing. Like, apart from your degree, it's the professional network that would help you to actually advance in your career. So there are always opportunities. It just depends upon an individual what he wants to prioritize, essentially.
But some people have these concerns that as part-time students, we'll only be having classroom learning. We won't be able to participate in any extracurricular activities. So you address those concerns. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
definitely. I
prioritize.
mean, even if you talk to your professors, there's always opportunities. You just have to seek out of those, and yeah.
That's true. So how well you were able to apply classroom learnings to your work while pursuing your MBA?
Yeah, so as I had mentioned previously, being a that's the beauty of a part-time program, because you are always, first of all your batchmates in your cohort are working professionals. So whatever you learn, you can actually really translate into the actual world right away. It's not only, book learning. In my case, in fact, most of the projects that I did were somehow related to one or the other problem I was actually involved at that time. So
Okay.
I could, take the skills that I learned and apply it to the projects I was involved in. So it was like a win-win situation for me. And then as you're working with working professionals, they bring in different perspective from different industries, from different corporate levels, and that's how you learn a lot. Instead of just learning from the book, you learn from others' experiences. So that's another good part of being in a part-time program, because you're working with working professionals, essentially.
Exactly. They are also bringing in their current work experiences. So you learn from each other. Right.
Yeah, there's always a different perspective on everything, and you'll see that when there's class discussions, like people bring in different perspective, and then it just like helps you learn much quicker, and gives you much more opportunity to think about the problem in a broader way.
True.
So,
So, given the chaos and uncertainty caused by COVID-19 crisis, the virtual format of education has gained more importance than ever before. For the last few months, all educational institutions have moved to virtual classroom instruction as well as outside of class events. In the ACAC virtual conference that I attended last month, representatives from European and USB schools talked about phygital environment,
hmm,
which is
okay.
which combines both virtual and physical elements. At Kelley, you went through a similar experience. So, what additional insights you have to share regarding your experience with the hybrid format, and what advice you have for those students, those incoming students
Mhm.
who are nervous about having online learning, who are
Sure.
for deferrals? So, your advice will be a helpful resource to them.
Sure. Yeah, so it's definitely interesting times that we kind of live in, and you know, I had reservations with online learning, but as I had previously mentioned, that time management is your biggest friend, or a biggest enemy as you go through the program, depending upon where you fall. Having hybrid classes, most of the lectures are recorded. So that gives you a luxury of learning at your own pace, and also kind of, grasping the material at your own pace. You're not time bound that you have to be in a class at a certain time while you're working full time. And, so that flexibility is something that you start appreciating a lot. Um, and helps you in time management and prepares you in a better way as you go through the hybrid part of the program. So, and additionally, one thing's that being in a high online class, there's no face to face. You're missing on the face to face aspect of things. That may be true, but the way professors structure these classes, there's a healthy discussion mm, among the participants. So obviously you're kind of just missing on face to face, but the discussion part from which you learn the most is already there. And then it comes with the flexibility, so it's like it's a better situation. And then also, as things are changing, we have to think differently about the hybrid programs, because a lot of work, corporate structure and corporate situations are also going to be moving online, right? So it's kind of already that the program is preparing you to get into a new kind of a corporate world, where most of your work possibly would be actually on a laptop and you're not physically there.
Right.
And the third thing is that the managers that are coming up also have to learn skills about managing their workforce remotely. So that's another skill that the hybrid program prepares the students already. So things are changing, so those skills have to be updated. And you would learn that soft skills are much more important um, to pursue a career and to promote your career. So I think overall, if anyone's considering online classes, they shouldn't see that as a negative aspect. They should look at it as a something that's already preparing them for the future workforce that they're going to enter. So it's a positive thing in my mind. As I went through it, I found it very beneficial, and as I said, it just helped me give a little bit freedom to balance things in my life.
And of course, it will be a combined when things will improve, in-person classes will start. And you have also
Oh yeah.
attended classes, so it will be a combination, right?
Yeah, and it just gives you much more face time with your cohort and builds a better relationship. You're not only dependent on like on-campus classes, since you're interacting off campus too. So it just helps build those relationships much quicker too.
Right. Would you tell us something about your hobbies and interests? I remember you told me you are a private pilot. Would you like to share your experience with our viewers?
Sure. Yeah, I am actually a private pilot, but I haven't flown in a very long time, actually, since the last time I flew was after graduating, because, when you're in program, you really don't have time to do anything except for study or go to work. Yeah, so I am a private pilot. I like to do ferry flying. And apart from that, I like to play ukulele, and also have dabbled into a stand-up comedy routine. So those are the hobbies that I've kind of, dabbled in after I graduated.
Oh,
So
this is new to me.
yeah, so that's something I did,
Oh,
after I graduated. One thing you realize that after you graduate, you suddenly have a ton of time on your hands, and then you're sitting and you know seeing what should I do with all the time I have, because either
exactly.
you're busy working or busy studying, so now you don't have to study. So it's interesting.
So this is the new hobby that you developed after.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that was something that I did last year.
Interesting. Is there anything you would like to share that I haven't asked?
No, I mean the only thing I would say is that MBA is a big step for anyone. So go in with an open mind. Don't focus only on the hard skills, or and don't just think that it's going to help you with hard skills. It will, but it will also help develop your personality as a soft skill. It'll just be an overall um, growth for your personality, and it'll just help you become a better person. um, And that's what MBA is. It helps you become a better leader. And apart from that, I just wish everyone the best, whoever's applying, and I hope that you get into whichever program that you wish for. So best of luck.
Well, Paramvir, it was a pleasure reconnecting with you after 3 years. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us and for making the time to talk to us. And I'm sure your insights and advice will be helpful to the incoming students. And I wish you good luck.
Thank you. It was a pleasure. Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you.